So, you finally bought a house and now you can't sleep. The walls are closing in. Not metaphorically, but literally. Because you bought too fast. Too young, too proud. And now you're too broke to admit it. If that hit, yeah, I'm talking to you. If you enjoy these kinds of content, consider supporting the channel via Buy Me Coffee, link below. Stay with me. Hi, I'm Miss Muithathi and welcome back to my channel. You see, buying a house has always been sold to us as the perfect dream. But sometimes, to be honest, it's the most expensive regret in your life. Especially if you're under 35 and nobody taught you the fine print. Utarambwa urambike. But unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, in which, if that's the case, we're not talking about you here. Okay? Don't get me wrong. This is not a don't ever buy a home video. No. This is don't buy dumb and die broke energy. Let's walk through it. Mistake by mistake. Mistake number one, most people do, is buying for ego, not strategy. And this is where you're doing it because you want to prove something. You want to prove to other people that you've made it. You went out and bought a house with shiny tiles, granite countertops, and a mortgage that actually makes you gag. My friend, you didn't buy a home. You bought applause. Now your house rich and life poor. Here's my advice. If ever you're to buy a home, buy based on a wealth plan, not vibes. Your home should align with your income goals, not your insecurities. Okay? Mistake number two, you bought too early. For instance, you're 26, earning just enough, and you've locked yourself into a 25-year prison, all in the name of buying a home. No flexibility, no travel, no new business, no relocation. Because once you buy a home when you're young, you've limited yourself. Because you've said this is where you're planting yourself. So once you plant yourself, it becomes difficult to relocate. Okay? So you buy that home, and now you can't even leave that toxic job because rent is cheaper than your new mortgage. And just wait till you see what interest does to you after year 5. Mistake number 3, underestimating total costs. Because you saw the price tag and thought, wow, I can actually afford that. But did you see the closing fees? I bet you didn't. Did you see the stamp duty, insurance, repairs, or the rat-infested plumbing? You didn't see it. And now, you can't buy furniture. These are the kind of decisions you make that cause a huge impact on your wealth. Because now your emergency fund becomes a joke. All your money is trapped in a wall with a leaking roof. Repairs are very costly. Mistake number 4, when you have no plan to monetize it. So sometimes things change, things happen. So is your house making you money or it's just making you tired? It has no Airbnb potential, no rental unit, and most especially, no resale strategy. If it's not doing all that, that house better be washing your dishes and babysitting your children for what it's costing you. Because it has to do something for you. Here's a smart move. if it's not making you money or giving you leverage, then it surely is costing you more than you think. So, number 5, the wrong location. You bought it because it looked nice. Nice kill you there. Niceness. What is niceness when there's no future development? No demand, poor infrastructure. Now, when you spend on something like that, it's no longer an asset. It's a financial sinkhole with bad Wi-Fi. Na utarambwa. Okay? Here is the harsh truth. Real estate is not about beauty. It's about resale value, accessibility, and demand. So, stop falling for pretty. That doesn't apply when it comes to real estate. So, mistake number 6, you thought owning is always better. The math don't math, babes. Sweetie. The math has refused to math. Okay? Or you've not met these people who think because they're buying their own home and you're renting, they think you're very daft, or they think you're foolish. My dear,
I don't want peace.
Come out!
I want problems always.
So, sometimes renting and investing the rest gives you more freedom, more growth, and wealth than a mortgage that sucks your soul. Okay? So, reframe your mind. Ownership isn't always the move. So, strategy is. Ownership doesn't mean umefika. Strategy is. Okay? Have a strategy. And if you're thinking, at least it's mine, wait till I break down to you the true cost at the 10-year mark. Mistake number 7, you took a bad loan. This is a loan with high interest, adjustable rates. Rates keep fluctuating the way they want, like the rhythm. You're dancing, you're up, down. That's how your rates keep adjusting. And if you're very unlucky, shady lenders. So in this instance, you didn't just buy a house. You just bought a long-term wealth bleed. We're there. And this is where 10 million Kenya shillings turns into 20 million real quick. You don't even know what hit you. That's 77,000 US dollars turning into 154,000 US dollars over 20 plus years. This is double it. It's painful because that's a whole second house you're just donating to a bank. And when we tell you you're the ones who are making banks rich, you get angry. But it's true. Because you don't want to do your due diligence. Don't fall victim for bad loans. Do your homework. Mistake number 8, you trapped yourself. Now you're stuck. You can't move, you can't pivot, and you can't even grow. And this is because, for instance, let's say there are no job opportunities in your area. Too bad, because you can't move. You're tied to your home. What about when you want to scale your business? Oops, sorry, you can't. Why? Because your house is eating your capital. My dear, ownership should give you options, not kill them. So, the last mistake, mistake number 9, you did it alone. You know everything. You don't consult anyone. Do it alone. No advisor, no financial plan, no exit strategy. So you walked into a $1 million shilling decision based on Instagram inspiration.
Oh my God, bro.
That's what you're doing. Yeah.
Get your ass on, boy.
Here is the result you'll get: stress, regret, and home buyer's remorse. Especially if you're single, self-employed, or uncertain about the next 5 years. You cannot afford to do it alone. Financial advisors are out here for a reason. Make use of them. Okay? If you've already made these mistakes, we are not here to shoot you. Just breathe. You're not dumb. You're just human in a system that romanticizes struggle. And you fell for it. Just don't fall again. Okay? So going forward, buy smart. Buy with strategy. And if you really feel you're not in that place, don't buy at all until you're ready to win. Okay? If you don't have a strategy, if you are yet to meet a great advisor when it comes to finances, don't be in a hurry. Take your time. Sasa? And if you're still figuring out how to fix your finances while owning or avoiding a house, my digital toolkit is your survival plan. We have the Chaos Proof Planner. It helps you budget like you've got a CFO. The Instant Hustle Manual helps you monetize without begging. The Money Scripts, those only $3, helps you rewire that broke mindset. And of course, the main playbook, Building Wealth in 12 Months. Hit that like button if this triggered you. In a good way, of course. Leave a comment if you bought a home and it low-key ruined your life. Let's talk about it. I'm Miss Wangui Muithathi, your personal finance and investment coach, and I'll see you in my next video.